Would you rather give a new outdoor brand either $100,000 for product development or $100,000 for distribution and content?
Oof, product development for sure. I think that everything always starts with the product, and you have to have a good product. That's like the number one tenet with what I'm doing with my brand is that I refuse to release any product that I would not love to wear myself. And that has, again, taken me years to kind of get that off the ground. But product development is by far number one. You can't sell a bad product or else no one will come back. As far as distribution, I would say you don't even need $100,000 in distribution. It's free nowadays. Like you can just, anybody can post content and anybody can post the style of videos that I do and reach the amount of people that I do if you kind of just find your own voice and find out how to communicate it properly. There's so many brands out there that reach tens of millions of people a month for nothing because they just post content, and that's the way. So I would love $100,000 of product development if you'd give it to me. I'd take that over distribution any day.
And do you think that we talked about this, but do you think the traditional outdoor consumer still exists?
But yeah, yeah, totally. I think that there's a lot of market information that has come out on this in the last couple of years, and I don't hear anybody talking about it. And it's again the whole thesis behind what I do. It's that I think the newest estimate is I think 40% of the United States outdoor market has entered into that market in the last 6 years, which is a humongous market shift. That's almost half the market is brand new. And that new consumer is, like we just talked about, a lot younger. They fundamentally want different things. So that 60% is totally still there. And Arc'teryx, Solomon, Helly Hansen, all these brands, they can have that market. I'm looking at the 40% of the market and saying that's new and I want that. And so I think they're totally there. And I get a hell of a lot of them in my comment section giving me hate on what I talk about. So they're certainly there.
In terms of entering the market from a consumer standpoint, where do you think they're entering? Are they entering from, the mountains, or are they entering through running, fashion, or social media?
I think it's happening all over the place. And to clarify, that 40% of the US market that's brand new, that's all of the outdoors. So that includes running, cycling, fishing, as well as hiking and camping and backpacking and all that. So the numbers are certainly smaller and segmented for just the hiking market. But at the same time, you're already seeing kind of what I'm talking about happening in these more mainstream audiences like trail running and running. There are so many digitally native, fashion oriented brands in those markets now that have popped up in the last couple of years that are killing it. You see Satisfy Running, Bandit is
Yeah.
one of them that's really killing it with the marketing. All of those, like, I think that market is what the hiking market is going to look like in 3 to 5 years. It's going to be very digitally native, very all these neo brands kind of popping up. But you'll also always have the Nikes and the Asics and the people selling to the
Yeah.
masses.
Yeah. What do you think is happening in the like the more urban areas, right? The kind of like urban outdoor kind of rise in popularity of, that the urban consumer that's getting
Mhm.
really into the outdoors, right? I know obviously, I mean, not to use do you know Gene from Hatchet Supply in New York? Um,
I know of him.
yeah. Well, he like that's kind of like his market in New York has been like this kind of like outdoor consumer, um, and that's based in the
Totally.
city, right? So it's like
Mhm.
there's something happening in the cities where they're entering the outdoor from this very urban area that I think is very interesting as well.
Totally. And I think that that's influenced by a lot of things. It's likely
Yeah,
influenced by Gorpcore. Like a lot of these people are
yeah,
probably learning about these brands for the very first time because they saw somebody walking down the street in Arc'teryx and they're like, what even
yeah,
is that? It looks cool for sure. That's why it's all playing on the fashion sense. But
yeah,
I think that I think everybody is just new, obviously, because of COVID. That's what happened in the last 6 years is everyone was stuck inside and everyone just started hiking and going outside and running
yeah.
and cycling and being in the outdoors. And that's why there was such a huge shift there. So a lot of these people are entering into the market, but they need education. The only brands they know of are the ones that they see on their timeline. So that's why everybody they just started hiking a month ago and now they're out buying Arc'teryx is because that's really the only brand they know. And it has so much
Yeah.
social validation that's why it's so popular. And I think that there's a lot of room to take those people away from those big brands and educate them to new ones all around the world. And that's the videos of mine that I've always done the best is like as simple as, hey, here's 3 outdoor brands that you've never heard of because they're over in
Yeah.
Scandinavia or New Zealand, and people love learning about that because it's a cool market that they want to be a part in, but they don't know much. And so the education is super important there.
And the China market right now, there's so much cool stuff coming from there as well.
Totally. Cool stuff coming from all over.